Jin slammed the phone against the wall, the crack echoing like a gunshot. Glass rained across the floor. Naomi flinched, her heart ricocheting in her chest. Jin, put this on. He tossed her a jacket, then pulled a gun from the drawer with slow, deadly precision. Now, what are you? Naomi, not loud, just final. A command wrapped in velvet and steel. Her fingers trembled as she slipped the jacket over her shoulders. Minsok burst in. How many? No idea. Jin loaded the weapon, movement smooth, practiced, lethal. It's... But my grandfather isn't bluffing. Jin! Naomi clutched his arm. Tell me what's happening. He turned toward her, finally, and the restrained terror in his eyes froze her breath. He's declared a hunt, a beat, for you. They rushed into the private garage. 3 black SUVs waited like shadows with engines. Jin guided her, no, pushed her, into the middle car. His hand lingered on her waist a fraction longer than necessary, as if memorizing her warmth before the storm. Where are we going? She whispered. To the only place he can't touch you. Sevens. The SUV shot forward. Lights smeared through the tinted windows. Naomi caught sight of 2 vehicles trailing them. She couldn't tell if they belonged to allies or predators. Jin, talk to me. There's a rule. His knuckles whitened on the wheel. In the Kang family, if someone in leadership falls for an outsider, that person must be vetted, approved, accepted. And if they aren't, his silence was an answer. Jin. They disappear. His jaw clenched. No appeals, no forgiveness. Her stomach dropped. Why? Because outsiders can destroy us. Secrets slip, loyalties break. He shot her a look, raw, exposed. My father died because he loved a journalist. She exposed the family. 3 days later, they were both gone. Naomi covered her mouth. Oh, God. I swore I'd never fall, never love, never give them a reason to put a target on someone I care about. He swallowed. Sevens. But then, you happened. The confession hit her harder than the speeding car. I broke the only rule that mattered, he said quietly. And now he wants you gone. The safe house in Incheon was cold, industrial, and intentionally lifeless. Steel, concrete, and silence. 6 guards watched every corner. Jin locked the door behind them. You stay here. For how long? Until I fix this. How? Her voice cracked. He didn't answer. Instead, he pulled her into him, his arms fierce, desperate, like a man holding the one thing he can't afford to lose. I will protect you, he whispered into her hair. I swear it. Jin, if something happens to me... He pressed a key into her palm. There's a safe at Hanmi Bank. Money, passports, instructions. You take Caleb and run. No. Tears stung her eyes. Don't say that. Naomi, I'm not losing you. He cupped her face and kissed her, deep, aching, almost angry with fear. You already have me, he murmured against her lips. Forever. Then he walked out, and the lock slid shut like a sentence. The Kang mansion was a masterpiece of wealth and menace, polished marble, ancient art, and a silence that tasted like power. Kang Dae-jung waited behind his desk, a man carved from stone and sin. Grandfather? Jin didn't bow. You threatened Naomi. I protected the family, the old man replied coolly. You brought in a stranger, a woman with no value to us. That is betrayal. That is love. Dae-jung lifted his gaze. Love? Yes. Your father said that too, the old man murmured. Before he died for it. He died because you killed him. And this time, even the air froze. Watch yourself, Jin. No. He stepped forward. For 10 years, I let your lies shape me. But I know the truth. Shh. You had him murdered because he wanted out, and you killed the woman he loved as a warning. Daejong didn't deny it. He was weak, like you. Then kill me. Jin spread his arms. But leave her out of this. She is your weakness, and weakness is death. The old man placed a gun on the table. Prove your loyalty. Kill her. Jin stared at the weapon, then picked it up, but he pointed it at himself. You want a lesson? He whispered. Here it is. Jin, what are you doing? Daejong hissed. A choice. His hand didn't shake. You kill me, and I've already sent everything to the authorities. Every crime, every account, every operation. You're bluffing. Try me. He clicked the safety off. Or accept that I love her. She stays, untouched, unthreatened. Because if she dies, your empire burns. The old man studied him for a long, heavy moment. Eights. Then finally, he laughed. Soft, bitter. You really are your father's son. No. Jin lowered the gun. I'm better. Daejong walked to the window, hands clasped behind his back. When he spoke, his voice had shifted. She may stay, on one condition. He turned. She will be tested, investigated, watched. If she fails, if she betrays even once. His stare sharpened. I kill you both. I accept. And you give up your place as heir. The words sliced the room open. Grandfather, you chose her, so you lose the family. It was freedom. And exile. A dream he'd never admitted wanting, wrapped in a sacrifice that threatened to hollow him out. 3 months, Daejong said. She proves herself or... I'll do it myself, Jin lied smoothly. Kong's word. They shook hands, a peace signed in blood. 4 hours later, Jin came back to the safe house, exhausted, drained, but alive. Naomi ran into him. What happened? You're safe. He collapsed onto the sofa, pulling her onto his lap. My grandfather agreed. You stay, Caleb stays, but you'll be watched. Tested. 3 months. How do I pass? Loyalty, strength, resilience. He pressed his forehead to hers. If you pass, your family, untouchable. And if I fail, his arms tightened around her. You won't fail, he murmured, because I'm with you, always. 3 months later, everything had changed. Jin's office was larger, filled with light. Naomi had her own room, no longer just an assistant, but his partner, his equal. She'd faced every test, passed every one. Caleb was in remission, laughing again. And on the last day, Jin's phone rang. It's Daejong's number. He answered on speaker. She passed, the old man said. Stronger and more loyal than half this family. Naomi squeezed Jin's hand. Dinner, Saturday. A pause. Welcome to the family. Naomi exhaled shakily. It's over? It's over. Sevendar. Jin wrapped his arms around her. You're mine, officially. I've always been yours. I know. He kissed her slowly, a promise deep and warm. But now the whole world knows. 6 months later, they married in a small, private ceremony. Caleb stood proudly beside them. Minsuk signed the papers. Even Daejong attended, first row. Their vows were soft, intimate, a little broken in all the right places. I promise to choose you, Jin whispered, even when the world wants to tear us apart. And I promise to stay, Naomi replied, to fight for what we build, for us. When they kissed, applause rose like sunlight. Walking out of the venue hand in hand, Naomi whispered, it was worth it, every danger, every moment. Jin smiled, one of those rare smiles that felt like a sunrise. You're the only thing that's ever been worth it. His phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. Congrats on the wedding, cousin. Shame it won't last. Junho. Jin deleted it. Some enemies never sleep, but neither does love like theirs. And Jin Kang was ready for war, as long as Naomi was beside him. 6 months into marriage, Naomi was 3 months pregnant, and Junho Kang was planning a coup. The real battle for the soul of the Kang family was only beginning.